Imagine for a moment that you're standing on a beautiful beach, the sun shining down, the cool breeze gently brushing against your face. The waves are calm, and the world around you feels peaceful. You take a deep breath, feeling the weight of the world lift off your shoulders. In that moment, everything seems perfect, and you realize this is what happens when you truly trust in the one who created everything. Now, what if I told you that this sense of peace and calm is not just a fleeting feeling, but something you can carry with you every day? How? By embracing one of the most powerful and comforting concepts in Islam, Tawakkul, or trust in Allah. The idea that rizq, our provision, sustenance, and all the blessings in our lives are not just random events, but rather the result of divine timing and care, is a central teaching of Islam. But here's the catch. You don't have to constantly worry, overwork, or fight tooth and nail for it. Allah has already promised you that your rizq will come, and He has taken it upon Himself to provide for you. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the divine promise Allah has made regarding your sustenance and provision. What does it truly mean that Allah is the one who provides for us? And how can we, as believers, trust in this promise with full faith, knowing that He will never fail us? Stick with me as we explore how the Quran teaches us about rizq, and how trusting Allah completely with patience and gratitude can not only bring us more blessings, but also lead us to a life of peace and fulfillment. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into Islamic teachings. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. 1. Understanding rizq, provision, in Islam. In Islam, rizq refers to everything that Allah has ordained for His creation, whether it's wealth, food, knowledge, health, or even emotional peace. It's not just the money you earn, but everything that sustains you and allows you to live a fulfilling life. Understanding rizq in Islam is crucial because it helps us gain clarity on how we should approach our livelihoods and what role we play in this journey. One of the most beautiful aspects of rizq is that it is already written for us. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us that our provision is guaranteed, and no one can take away what has been decreed for us. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, has already planned everything that we will receive, both in this world and the next. This knowledge brings immense peace because it frees us from the constant stress of chasing after things that are not meant for us, while encouraging us to work diligently for what is. There is no creature on earth whose provision is not undertaken by Allah. He knows its permanent and its temporary place. Everything is in a clear book. Every single creature, whether big or small, receives their rizq from Allah. It's a promise from Allah that no one is left without provision. From the tiniest ant to the greatest of kings, Allah guarantees sustenance for all of His creatures. What this should tell us is that we too are included in this promise. Our provision is secure, and no matter how difficult things may seem, we must remember that Allah will provide for us. The beauty of rizq in Islam is that it's not limited to financial or material aspects of life. It includes everything that nourishes our soul and helps us grow. For instance, the love of family, the health to do our daily tasks, the knowledge to guide us in life, and even the inner peace we experience. These are all part of rizq. When we broaden our understanding of provision, we realize that we are surrounded by countless blessings that Allah has provided for us every single day. In our modern world, where we are often focused on material success and wealth, it's easy to forget that rizq encompasses all areas of life. But when we understand that rizq is not just about money, but about everything that Allah gives us, we can shift our mindset. We start appreciating the small blessings in life, a loving family, good health, peaceful moments, and the ability to work towards our goals. Rizq also comes in many forms. Sometimes the rizq we seek is not just financial, but spiritual. We may be seeking guidance, clarity, or emotional support. It is essential to remember that these are also part of the rizq that Allah provides. Allah knows best what we need at every stage of our lives, and sometimes what we think is a loss or a struggle might actually be part of the provision Allah has written for us. For example, when someone loses a job or faces financial hardship, they might view it as a setback. However, in Islam, we are taught to have patience and trust in Allah's plan. This hardship could be a test from Allah, or perhaps it is a way for Allah to direct us towards something better. We may not understand it at the time, but in hindsight, many people realize that these difficulties led them to better opportunities, both in this world and in their faith. One of the most beautiful aspects of rizq is that Allah's provision comes from places we can't even imagine. It's easy to think that our provision only comes from our jobs or businesses, but in reality, Allah's provision is unlimited. The key is to put our trust in Him. Sometimes the right opportunity will come to us unexpectedly, or Allah may open doors where we least expect. This is why in Islam we are reminded to rely on Allah and trust that He is the best of planners. Second, Allah's promise in the Quran. One of the most powerful aspects of rizq in Islam is the promise that Allah has made to provide for His servants. It's a promise that every believer should hold on to tightly, especially in times of difficulty or uncertainty. Allah's promises in the Quran are not just words, they are truths that are backed by His infinite power, wisdom, and mercy. When Allah makes a promise, you can be sure that it will come to pass, and no one can change what Allah has decreed. In this section, we will explore the beautiful promises Allah has made regarding rizq and how they should inspire us to place our full trust in Him. Allah's promise of provision is clear and unambiguous in the Quran. He assures us that He is the one who provides for all of His creation, and there is no need for us to worry about where our sustenance will come from. This provision is not limited to humans alone, but extends to every creature, whether it's the birds in the sky, the animals on the earth, or even the fish in the ocean. If Allah is providing for them, why should we doubt that He will provide for us? It is a divine promise that no one is ever abandoned, and no one will go hungry without Allah knowing. The beauty of this promise is that it transcends our efforts and circumstances. No matter how hard we work or how much we strive, our rizq is already written for us by Allah. Our job is to make the effort, seek opportunities, and then leave the outcome to Him. Trusting in Allah's promise means that we don't get overwhelmed by the results or worry about what might happen in the future. It also means that we should be content with what Allah has given us, knowing that He has given us exactly what is best for us, even if we cannot see it at the moment. Say, "Surely my Lord extends provision for whomsoever He wills, and straightens it for him. And whatever thing you spend, He replaces it, and He is the best of the sustainers." Allah reminds us that provision is entirely in His hands. He has the power to give and to take, but He also promises that anything we spend on His cause will be returned to us in full, multiplied many times over. This should motivate us to give in charity and to spend with the sincere intention of seeking Allah's pleasure. When we give for the sake of Allah, He promises to replace what we give with something better, whether it's in terms of wealth, peace of mind, or blessings in other areas of life. The promise of rizq is not just limited to financial provision, it includes all forms of sustenance. For example, Allah provides us with health, knowledge, opportunities, and peace of mind. Allah is the provider of everything we need to lead a fulfilling life, and this is a promise that every believer can hold on to. Sometimes we might feel as though our provision is delayed, or we may face times of difficulty and struggle. But remember, Allah's promises are never broken, and His timing is always perfect. There may be a delay in receiving something, but that delay is part of the divine plan. Allah knows when we are ready to receive what He has prepared for us, and He will give it to us at the right time. In fact, the The delays are often part of the wisdom of Allah, teaching us patience, trust, and gratitude. 3. The concept of tawakkul, trust in Allah. In the journey of life, one of the most powerful tools that a believer can rely on is tawakkul, or placing full trust in Allah. This concept is not just a nice idea or a passing thought. It is a core principle of our faith that, when understood and applied, can transform our lives. It is the key to achieving inner peace and confidence, especially when we face the unknown. Tawakkul is the reminder that, after we have put in our effort, we must surrender the outcome to Allah, trusting that He knows what is best for us. The concept of tawakkul is often misunderstood. It does not mean that we sit back and do nothing, expecting everything to be handed to us. On the contrary, tawakkul requires us to act with sincerity, diligence, and hard work, but without attachment to the results. It's about doing our best and leaving the outcome in the hands of Allah, who is the best of planners. And place your trust in Allah. Allah is enough as a guardian. While we may make plans and work towards our goals, we must ultimately rely on Allah for the results. He is the one who arranges the affairs of the universe. There is no situation, no matter how difficult it may seem, where Allah is not in control. When we trust Him fully, we are acknowledging that we are not in control, but Allah is. This brings peace, because it takes away the burden of having to micromanage every detail of our lives. The beauty of tawakkul lies in the fact that it brings a sense of ease, knowing that the one who controls everything is also the one who cares for us the most. It is a form of submission, not out of weakness, but out of strength. Strength in the belief that Allah's plan is always better than ours. No matter how much we try to predict or control our future, we cannot see the bigger picture. Allah, however, sees all, and His plan is filled with wisdom. One of the most comforting aspects of tawakkul is that when we place our trust in Allah, we are never alone in our struggles. Allah is with us at every step, guiding us, supporting us, and providing for us in ways we may never have expected. Even in times of hardship, tawakkul reminds us that Allah is always there to help us and will not let us face challenges beyond what we can bear. This is especially important during times when things don't seem to be going our way. Tawakkul is a shield against anxiety and stress because it helps us detach from the outcome and focus on doing what is in our hands while leaving everything else to Allah. 4th, gratitude and increase in rizq. One of the most beautiful and powerful teachings in Islam is the relationship between gratitude and rizq, the provision Allah gives us. It is often said that the more grateful we are for the blessings we have, the more Allah will increase our provisions. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you or expressing appreciation. It is about acknowledging Allah as the source of all the blessings in our lives and using those blessings in a way that pleases Him. When we live with gratitude, we not only invite more blessings into our lives, but we also strengthen our relationship with Allah. The concept of gratitude in Islam is deeply connected to the idea of rizq. Allah promises that when we are grateful for what He has provided, He will increase it. Recall the time when your Lord declared, "If you express gratitude, I shall certainly give you more, and if you are ungrateful, then my punishment is severe." Allah is saying that when we acknowledge His blessings and express our gratitude, He will bless us with even more. Whether it is in terms of wealth, health, knowledge, or any other form of provision, gratitude opens the door for Allah to give us more. The reverse is also true. When we are ungrateful or take His blessings for granted, we risk losing them or not recognizing their true value. Gratitude in Islam is not just a feeling or a thought, it is an action. It is about using the blessings we have in ways that please Allah. For example, if Allah has blessed us with wealth, we show our gratitude by spending it in charity and using it responsibly. If we are blessed with good health, we use that health to worship Allah and serve others. If we have a loving family, We show gratitude by nurturing those relationships and being kind to our loved ones. Gratitude is about using the rizq Allah has provided to bring about good in this world and to strengthen our connection with Him. When we live with this kind of gratitude, we recognize that everything we have is a gift from Allah. This shifts our mindset from one of entitlement to one of humility. We stop focusing on what we don't have and start appreciating what we do have. This attitude of gratitude brings peace to our hearts and removes the feelings of greed or envy that can arise when we compare ourselves to others. A major aspect of gratitude in Islam is contentment. Contentment is the ability to be satisfied with what Allah has given us, even if it is less than what we might have desired. It is a sign of strong faith and trust in Allah's plan. When we are grateful for the blessings we have, we naturally feel content with what Allah has provided. This contentment leads to inner peace because we are no longer burdened by desires or the anxiety of chasing after things that are beyond our reach. So how does gratitude increase our rizq? First and foremost, it brings us closer to Allah. Allah loves those who are grateful, and when we show gratitude for the blessings He has given us, He blesses us with even more. This could come in the form of increased wealth, better opportunities, improved relationships, or a greater sense of peace and contentment in our lives. Allah's promise to increase our provision when we are grateful is not limited to material wealth alone. It encompasses every aspect of our lives. A key point to understand is that gratitude is not just about thanking Allah in words, but also in actions. When we are grateful, we do more than simply acknowledge Allah's blessings. We show that gratitude through our behavior. If Allah has blessed us with wealth, we show our gratitude by paying zakat and giving charity. If Allah has blessed us with knowledge, we show our gratitude by sharing that knowledge with others. When we use our blessings to benefit others and to please Allah, we invite even more blessings into our lives. And there you have it, rizq is not something we need to chase endlessly with worry and stress. Allah has already taken the responsibility of providing for us, and all we need to do is trust Him completely. The more we trust, the more we'll see His blessings unfold in ways we never expected. With patience, gratitude, and full reliance on Allah, we can rest easy, knowing that He is the best of providers. I hope this video has given you the peace of mind to stop worrying and start trusting. Remember, it's all Allah's duty. So, if you found this helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Deen Explorers. Share your thoughts below. How has trusting in Allah's plan helped you in your life? I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay blessed, stay patient, and trust in Allah's perfect timing.